Okay, so number 10, I got Tim Brown. Tim Brown's ex-Notre Dame wide receiver, lit up Notre Dame, very productive possession receiver. You threw it to him, he wasn't going to drop it. He went up at the highest points and got the ball. He would catch the ball in very difficult situations. One good quality about Tim Brown is Tim Brown was able to catch and run with the ball, just like Jerry Rice. As far as I'm concerned, Tim Brown was so quick, and his ability to be able to run his routes quickly and be able to catch and run made Tim Brown special. Tim Brown, he was just a phenomenon. I mean, if you look at how he operated, and it looks here though, he had 14,934 yards. He had 9 seasons with 1,000 yards. He had 100 TDs. Tim Brown is a special receiver, man. And a lot of people, he went unnoticed because he was on those Oakland Raiders teams. Yeah. And the Raiders weren't getting a lot of TV time at the time. But when I did see him play, he was very impactful. He was very effective. He had speed. I mean, he was super fast. And he had the ability to be able to get open on go routes. He had the ability to be able to block. He was a good blocker as well. So that's what brought me to Tim Brown at the number 10 spot. Najee, let me start with you. Do you have any issues with Tim Brown being number 10? And I know you do, right?
Yeah.
Without Tyreek, right?
How you take both of them out of them? How you take, bro? So you mean to tell me between the two, the last two that I mentioned, Tim Brown beats them out?
Yes.
But
Najee, you didn't see Tim Brown play though, right?
Nah.
Okay, so you might want to check some highlights out of Tim Brown, because in his time, and Tim Brown is in me and Isaiah's generation, so he's right around the age that we are now. We saw him a lot when he played. So, you know, I've seen Tyreek Hill play, and, you know, Tyreek Hill is, to me, at some point in time, and I'm pretty sure on a lot of people's list, Tyreek Hill would end up in a higher slot than even number 10, you know, on the list.
Current.
He definitely would have been there if he would have stayed. He would have definitely been there if he would have stayed with the Chiefs.
Yeah, but that's
for sure.
Current stuff. That's current stuff, DC. If anybody on that list right now, even though Tyreek is really good and his career should have, you know, sustained for many more years, but for right now, as he is still playing, he couldn't make the top 10. You know, you got to let him play out some more of his career, man. And you
that
know,
is a very valid point, Isaiah.
Yeah, and if you look at it of his off the field antics, if he let that disturb his, you know, career, he may not ever even get on this.
Never make it. Yeah,
because he's just got so much negative stuff happening behind him. As of right now, he ain't got no business being on top 10 all-time receiver list, man. You got to be nuts to even consider him right now. Only thing we're looking at is the guy is super talented. He has some great years at KC, and now he came down here and he had a few good years here. But it could have been better if we had a good quarterback that can sustain it, you know, a year. But other than that,
that's true.
He got more off the field stuff now. He can fit in the top 10 if you start talking about jackasses. He'll fit in the top 10 then. So right now, you're not.
So Najee, justify the other receiver that you mentioned along with Tyreek. Justify why he should be at number 10 at least, or on the list.
Are you talking about to put him over anybody? I mean, you got.
Who did you mention? Because
Antonio Brown. I was just asking.
Oh, Antonio Brown. So justify Antonio Brown being placed at number 10 if you could.
Well, I mean, when he did have his head on straight, like he had some really, really dominant years. And then, I mean, how many championships he has? He have one with the Steelers and with the
Buccaneers,
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I think he got one, Najee.
I think he's got one with the Buccaneers, I believe.
Yeah,
that was it. So he didn't win with the Steelers?
Nah, I don't think he won one with the Steelers. They didn't win with Big Ben though. I think Big Ben's career
has one Super Bowl ring with the Bucs.
With the Bucs, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And, Tim Brown played 17 years in the league, which was a long, long time. He played longer than Jerry Rice
That's
did.
a long time.
Yeah. He played longer than Jerry Rice. Him and Jerry Rice was on the same squad that played against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the time when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Tony Dungy ended up leaving Tampa Bay, and Chucky ended up being the coach. And John Gruden became the coach, and he ended up winning the Super Bowl with Tampa Bay at that time when Tim Brown and Jerry Rice was playing as bookends for the Raiders with Rich Gannon throwing them the ball. So those were my top 10 GOATs of all time. Let's go ahead and get a grade let's start with Isaiah. Let me get a grade and I can write it down.
I thought you did a great job, man. And I looked over some of the stuff. I even looked at the internet and looked at some stuff that probably could combat some of the stuff that you were doing. And you did a great job, man. And I'll rate you as a B+, a high B+.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. How about you, Najee?
You did your homework, sir. You did a very good job. The only thing I'm gonna dispute is the Michael Irvin part. So I'll give you an A- because you don't disrespect my man. That's prime talking about the prime. Come on, don't do playmaking like that, man.
No.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Well, you know what? I enjoy talking about these players because these players made such a big impact for their teams at the time. They made history. A lot of these players are already in the Hall of Fame. If you think about it, and you could only just think that, like, for example, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, T.O., Calvin Johnson, Marvin Harrison, Michael Irving, Tim Brown, Isaac Bruce are all in the Hall of Fame. It looks like Larry Fitzgerald and Steve Smith Sr. are the only two that hadn't made it to the Hall of Fame. Yeah. So we will.
What that shows you then? That shows you that a lot of wide receivers got a lot of work to do then. Because if you tell me every last one bit of your players is out of the tender career or retired, like there's nobody frequently in they're not playing right now. They're not. That's crazy. Because Brady just left, but we put him number one. So
of course he's a first ballot for sure.
Everybody you mentioned Ben left, and they still haven't even made that.
Yeah,
list.
But that quarterback thing is a whole different dynamic, man.
Yes, it is. It's a different element to the quarterback.
Najee. Some of these guys who's in the Hall of Fame, Brady was playing at a high level when they were playing, and he just retired, a few years ago. And understand how old Brady was when he retired. Also, those guys wasn't that old when they retired. They got Super Bowl rings, but they don't have as much as Brady either. But Brady played longer than all of those guys, man. He really did.
He did.
Yeah, but he played with some great ones, though.
Of course,
he played with some great ones. He had Drew Brees, he had Peyton Manning, he had Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers still playing. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
exactly.
This will be working on the linebackers for me.
Well, Najee, which list you gonna? Because we're gonna go with your NFL list next.
We still doing NFL, or we're gonna do NBA? We still doing NFL.
Which would you prefer to do? I mean, it's up to you. It doesn't matter. If you want to do NBA, we could go with a new NBA.
Because we already did two with the NFL now.
Yeah.
So let's go with another NBA. We'll get you to do whatever position of your choice in the NBA, your top 10, whatever position.
Centers then.
All right, centers. All right, so our next show, and we'll do our next show with centers, and we'll do that one live stream so other people can actually, chat with us while we're doing it. How about that?
Yeah, perfect.
That's fine.
Well, you guys have been awesome, man. We've covered a lot of ground with this list. We've covered a lot of ground on the beginning of the show. Our show is really caught on like fire. It's a wildfire. It's gotten bigger. It's turned into a bigger fire. So in a good way, not a negative way for fire.
And
we appreciate you, the viewer. Exactly. So we're looking to have you subscribe, keep subscribing, make sure you hit that like button and visit us on Facebook, visit us on Instagram, because we're here. And if you want to comment on some of the stuff that we've talked about today or yesterday, please chime in your comments. We're very, we want you here, and we'll definitely answer as many comments as we can, based on how many comments come in. And, we appreciate everything. And I'm going to have Isaiah go ahead and close it out for us.
Oh, man. What a beautiful day, man. It was a great dialogue between us three and covering your list. We did a good job on mine last week. And then, of course, Najee's going to be next week with the Centers of, NBA basketball. And I'm looking forward to it. But like I've always said, you guys continue to tell everybody about us, your friends, your colleagues at work, your neighbors across the street from your home, that we're on. It's a beautiful thing, and we're loving it. So you guys have a pleasant weekend, and we'll be talking to you soon. Enjoy your day.
All right. How about you, Najee?
Peace and blessings. Love God, because He's definitely going to love you. Love your family. Love your friends. And just live life as as good as you can, because none of us is perfect. So just try to be, the best person you can. I just lost a friend last week. I didn't even know she passed away. I'm still trying to figure out how she passed away. I found out right before the show. So just love on your people, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You guys couldn't have summed it up any better. So thank you for joining the DC Stewart Show podcast, along with my two kin folks, Isaiah and Najee. You can view the entirety of this show on your ride in, whether you're going to work or coming home from work. And this is some good feedback, and this is some good content that we're putting out here for you. So let us know. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care of yourself before you take care of anyone else. Take care of your mental health, your physical health. Peace, love, and prosperity. Take care.
You've reached the end of another episode of the DC Stewart Sports Talk podcast. Be sure to connect with us at Facebook and Twitter.com. Your voice is important, so head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. Catch our next episode.